So what I typically like to do in Vegas is my boys own Vegas Forge, and me and Jeff is pretty close, and so they kind of just let me do whatever I want to do because I'm crazy and I bring crazy people over there and we have a good time. And so I got Jeff over there at Vegas Forge. They mainly make Damascus for other knife makers. Like that's all they do. So there's not really set up to do stuff in there, but we kind of just make it work. We had Franklin, who's a motorcycle builder. We had Christian Sosa come down. Christian Sosa is like the perfect, so like there's a few motorcycle guys that have moved to knife making and then do it on the side. Like Paul Cox, he's an amazing motorcycle builder. He's friends with Sosa, and he makes he does unbelievable leather work. He does unbelievable motorcycles, but he also does unbelievable knives. I think they go hand in hand with grinding little parts and stuff. And there's a bunch of guys out there that build motorcycles and knives, but Sosa, I think he's the perfect fit because he's just an artist in general. You know? Christian is the most humble guy because he had humble beginnings,
right?
And he put his time in. I mean, he's been building motorcycles since he was young, and motorcycles have been his life, and he's just been going from show to show, shop to shop, just like started at the bottom, sweeping, you know, to being the best. And Bo brought some of his friends and my friends, so all the boys from Hawaii. So we had Puna, we had Dan Ige, you know, and then Bo tried to like break my neck, and he brought Jesse Rose Clark. I was like, oh, hi. He's like, oh, I'm gonna bring Puna, Dan, and Jesse. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't even know who the Jesse meant, but it was Jesse Rose Clark. She's pretty amazing UFC fighter. And she came to pick up and bring it. She was wearing like little shorts and like a little shirt, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get so much shit for her. We like offered her an apron. She's like, nah, I'm good. And what do you tell somebody who kicks other people in the shins? You know what I mean? So we're like, will you at least wear eye protection or whatever? So she wears some eye protection, but I got some dish for it, but it's all right. I mean, I don't really tell people what to do when they can kick my ass, you know? If you want to build one really big right arm, this is the thing.
This is it?
Yeah, look at that.
Look how little this arm is.
Yeah, look at this arm. And then this arm just like
Workplace habits.
He's like, do you watch Family Guy? He's like Quagmire when he discovers internet porn.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the crab arm. I did a video with if my right arm's bigger than my left arm on TikTok, and it did 10.8 million views. It's so funny that people, I don't know why.
This is the weirdest.
I think it was just a bunch of memes of like people jerking off during COVID or some shit, because like it just turned into a bunch of Kershkov memes like, look at me in COVID, like look at me after COVID. I don't know. And then yeah, so this is a good height for you.
And then short?
Jesus Christ, bro, I gotta lose some weight.
I can't fix that in a video.
This year, bro. Look at me in my Ruka shirt, bro. I'm like, what's up, you all fat? I wanna lose some weight. Jesus Christ, bro. Because if it's up high, you're like, it hurts your elbow. Yeah, so what you're gonna wanna do is... We met YOLO and Yeti. YOLO and Yeti. So they're super awesome people, and they came down. I just randomly, we had some mutual friends and we started following each other, me and YOLO. And so she came down with her man. And it's not like running or jumping or whatever. Like it's a completely different mechanical thing, and then you're also trying to hit something that's like 2,000 degrees. So it's like there's a lot of like things happening, and then and it's not just this hand. It's this hand. It's the anvil. It's the hammer. It's the angles.
Like a squat.
All four sides. Yeah. So this hand needs to be level like this, like that,
Like
there,
that?
like that, yep.
And then I hit the end?
Yeah, just feel it, like, cause it's, yeah.
Oh, did you get that on film? That was the weakest shit.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Hey, she has the courage to be the first person to do it.
How hard am I supposed to get it?
As hard as you can be accurate.
So please don't do that. Yeah, what am I doing? The
Same hit, yeah.
This feels way harder.
Yeah, but see what it does, right? No, we had a great time and we just started forging. It was funny, like all of them handle the forge. And okay, so forging in general, or like learning something new in front of a bunch of people, is always kind of like iffy and sketchy, and it's kind of like, it feels like a macho thing. You're like swinging this big hammer and hitting hot steel, and so they kind of like whatever. But like it's so funny, like Dan and Puna, they have like no ego. Like they're so humble, and they're so like just kind of go with the flow. It's so easy to work with them.
Did you forge that?
Yeah, I did. So I did this. When did we do this, Bo? Like 6 months ago?
My Tom for this thing.
Yeah,
That's probably
maybe like 5-6 months ago.
early 2021.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to finish off this product and
Gonna like go a little.
make it into a little blade. I have to go get a little inspiration from trying to get some ideas from the master.
Dan has been a really good friend. He's such a great guy, and he's an inspiration. And even his story, like his dad was a Navy SEAL, and just grew up with a military background, and they're just like very respectful, great dudes, and great representation to what boys from Hawaii should be like. Can be super respectful and knock your block off your head. These guys, these hammers.
Chop up some onions.
Ready? Yeah. I seen you hit people. Don't worry, when Dad was here, he was very polite to the steel. He was like this. He's like, you gotta swing a little bit harder. He's like, and then we'll move to this hammer, and then no, you can stay on that side because you're taller and I'm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jeff is amazing dude, bro. Like, man, he didn't complain once. Like, I don't think he was expecting me to bring that many people. And he was just helping me back and forth. And then I had Bryan, my oldest son, running the grinder. And because Bo and Dan had made knives on a previous trip there, so they were finishing and working out on those knives.
The shape is gonna come to you, and like you might change some stuff around. It's just all gonna like literally speak to you.
Yeah.
Look at Bryan pretending like he knew what he was doing. Then we had Bo Zandel's wife, Amanda, and like, it's funny, like Bo's like the head coach, like the strength, like the dude, but they don't realize the background. Her background in lifting is unparalleled. Like, she is an amazing lifter, and you could tell, like, Olympic lifter. I mean, I shouldn't go into detail because I don't really know like about lifting weights, but I did know that when I corrected her in her way, her form, she adapted instantly. She was the quickest learner that we had there. She was a beast, man. Like, And that was the thing, is like, I like surrounding myself around people that kind of don't just talk about things. Like, everybody there were people that just kind of had a plan, had an idea, and executed it. They weren't waiting for anything. They weren't like waiting for an opportunity. Whether they just started fighting and training, whether they just like Yola and Yeti, like they just started living that lifestyle, living out of a truck and traveling and doing it, and they made a living out of it. Whether it's fitness, whether it's owning a Damascus making companies, people have just kind of dug down and grabbed it. And I think that that's what I like kind of surrounding myself around, because fear is a crazy thing. Like, fear is one of those things that makes people pause. And I will tell people all the time, like, the moderate success that I've had in my life in knife making is not because I'm great. It's not because I'm a really good knife maker. It's not because I'm naturally talented artist. It's none of those things. My biggest success is, one, I work super hard. I work 70 hours a week. And then two, it's I will pull the trigger on anything. I fear nothing, and I do not fear failing. Like, and that's what you see with these people, because the people that we're around have all failed numerous times. And I think people a lot of times wait for like the right opportunity or wait for a break. Make the break yourself. Just do it. Like, you know, if you make a knife and it fails, then you learn from it. And that knife is more valuable than a finished knife, because you learn something from it. If you make a knife and it goes your way all the time, you're not learning anything, you know? And that's what I tell people is like, if you can get over fear, like, and sometimes you gotta hate it and you gotta push it, and you gotta surround yourself by people that don't have that fear of failure, and push all day, every day, you know? Dude, wait till we bust out the Ashley cam. Bro, that chick, oh, I bet you she only videoed the chicks.
From what I've seen, yeah, so far.
The Ashley cam, all girls. Girls Gone Forge. Ashley's over there like, only videoing the chicks, guaranteed.